All right, Shalom, Mike. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Green Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching His word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, I'm just entitled this lesson, Justice. It's one thing about it that's saying justice will always prevail. And our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, is a power that judge in the earth. The Lord is a just power. So saying that concerning so-called white man, all these atrocities that this man have done over centuries, he's not going to ride off in the sunset. Pretty much everything he have put in, he's going to get back. And ultimately, this man's fate is to go into hardcore bondage. And after that term is over, to be wiped out, man. Because that's what he tried to do with Jake. You know, he subdued us and then tried to kill us all. But the Lord is going to succeed on doing that to you. So I got an article from LA Times. This is from Newsbreak, and it reads, "A crucial tool of the slave trade. Shackles invoke an ugly part of America's past." And that's going to be the new, what you call it, that's going to accommodate Esau. That's going to be a part of his uniform in the new world. You know, and really all these other nations, but chiefly Esau, that they're going to be born with a garden hose, some shackles, you know. Like nowadays, you come out the womb, they already got you with a social security card, and now this nigga trying to move the chipping you. You know, this nigga been born. He's gonna receive shackles. You're gonna have that garden tool. Let's read a little bit of this. It's a lot. It says, one of many crucial aspects of slavery, the shackles used to restrain and dehumanize more than 12 million so-called Africans, we know they are Israelites, across 3 centuries, may be the most visceral, tangible reminder. At the Roots 101 African American Museum in Louisville, Kentucky, shackles made 400 years ago in Ghana are among the many relics of the so-called Black American experience on display. They were donated by a collector and activist, but Lamont Collins, who found the museum in 2020, doesn't show them. He puts them on the risk of willing visitors. So that's cold too. The Lord had those shackles, you know, to be preserved and kept, and even now to the point where you have people to visit the museum, they ask you to put the shackles on. And I wouldn't be surprised, you know, it's a plethora of shackles that the Lord have preserved. They all rusty and shit. And it's going to be for these bankers, you know, these elites. Because when you're going to the transatlantic slave trade, this nigga is the one that put up the money. Yeah, you had Arabs, they building the ships, and you had Hamites finding and spotting us who, you know. But this nigga had the money, the resource to get that shit out the ground, man. Let me see. While I read these next 2 paragraphs, it says, "It's such a deep learning tool," Collins says. "No matter how we hear people tell stories, how people try to change the story. The reality of the stories is in those shackles. Nobody can deny the reality of what you feel in those shackles. Your motherfucker gonna be heavy, and we gonna have them for babies to the elderly, man. Cause that's what this nigga did, and that's justice. See, justice ain't nigga. He getting a $1,500 check. That's your reparations. Yet your bill, you still behind on your bills and shit. You still fucked up. The real reparations, the real way we're gonna be prepared is when we put the same ones that had us in shackles. We're gonna put them in shackles. For European and American slave traders, iron shackles were seen simply as tools to help run the transatlantic slave trade. Shackles were made for wrists, ankles, and the wrist and neck, waist and neck. They were even made for children's sizes. See, and they were focused on kidnapping and sold Africans, Israelites, who were brutally crowned in ships as well as in slave markets in the deep south. Seeing a coffle of enslaved people chained together in a line was commonplace. I got one more thing, because niggas, it's supposed to be Juneteenth. So, it's originated in Texas. It says Juneteenth celebrates the date June 19th, 1865, when enslaved people of African descent in Galveston, Texas, finally learned their freedom from the slavery system in the U.S. Freedom was granted through the Emancipation signed January 1st, 1863 by President Abraham Lincoln. Some nigga was 6 months late, and they celebrated like they really free. Yeah, it probably went as hardcore, was them niggas was still, you had to turn sharecropper. They was still fucking Jake out of shit. But that emancipation, niggas really think they're free, man. Like, now you got opportunity to thrive in America. Man, no, fuck that. This place is destined to be destroyed. We're going to thrive after this place is destroyed. So let's start off this book of Isaiah 14 and 1. Fucking big faggot, man. Hate this fucking place. So like, yeah. Isaiah 14.